I never thought a single sentence could end a marriage. But it did. And what scares me most is how casual it sounded when she said it. Before I tell you what happened, let me introduce you to the people in this story, because I want you to see them the way I saw them, like characters in a movie where everything looks normal right before the twist. There's me. I'm Adam. Quiet guy, routine-driven, the type who believes trust is not something you joke about. I work long hours, come home tired, but proud that I've built a stable life. Then there's my wife, Lena. Beautiful, sharp, quick with humor. The kind of person who fills silence with jokes, sometimes without thinking how deep words can cut. We had been married for 4 years. No kids yet. Or at least, that's what I thought our biggest problem was. And finally, there's the marriage itself. From the outside, solid. From the inside, maybe already cracking. It was a normal evening. That's how these stories always start, right? Nothing dramatic. No shouting. No suspicious messages. Just dinner plates on the table and the TV murmuring in the background. I remember being exhausted. One of those days where your brain is still at work even when your body is home. Lena was scrolling on her phone, smiling at something. I asked her what was funny. She looked up at me and said, half laughing, "Relax, it's not my secret boyfriend or anything." She laughed. I didn't. At first, I thought I misheard. You know that moment where your mind replays the sentence, trying to soften it? I smiled weakly and said, "What?" She waved her hand. "I'm joking." God, you're so serious. Something inside me shifted. Not exploded. Shifted. Quietly. I asked her why she'd joke about that. She rolled her eyes. It's just humor. Everyone jokes about cheating. It doesn't mean anything. But it meant something to me. I didn't shout. I didn't accuse. I just felt cold. Like the room temperature dropped, but only around my chest. I told her I didn't find it funny. She laughed again. That laugh. Short. Dismissive. You'd never survive in a real relationship if jokes scare you. That's when I realized something terrifying. She wasn't worried about hurting me. She was annoyed that I was bothered. We finished dinner in silence. The kind of silence that's louder than arguments. My mind was racing, connecting dots I had ignored for years. The late replies. The sudden need for privacy. The way she'd call me dramatic whenever I expressed discomfort. That night, I couldn't sleep. I stared at the ceiling, replaying that joke over and over. Not because I thought she was cheating, but because if she wasn't, why was it so easy to joke about betraying me? The next morning, I asked her to sit down. She sighed before I even spoke. Like my feelings were already an inconvenience. I told her that joke crossed a line for me. That trust isn't comedy. That even pretending to cheat breaks something. She laughed again. You're seriously still on that? Wow. That was it. Not anger. Not suspicion. Disrespect. I told her I wanted a divorce. Her smile disappeared instantly. You're kidding. I shook my head. I'm not. She stood up, confused, almost offended. You're ending our marriage over a joke. I looked at her and said, calmly, no. I'm ending it over how little my feelings matter to you. She tried to backtrack. Said I was overreacting. Said every couple jokes like that. Said I was being insecure. But here's the thing. When someone truly values you, they don't argue with your pain. They don't mock it. They don't minimize it. They listen. Halfway through this story, I want to ask you something, and I really want you to be honest in the comments below. Was I wrong to take that joke seriously? Or do you believe some jokes reveal more truth than people want to admit? Let me know what you think, because I know opinions on this are divided. The days after I asked for divorce were chaos. crying, anger, bargaining. Lena told everyone I was unstable, that I threw away a marriage over nothing. But I noticed something strange. She never apologized for the joke. Not once. She apologized for how I took it. That told me everything. When the paperwork started, I felt relief mixed with grief. Relief because I finally listened to my instincts. Grief because I mourned the version of her I thought I married. Friends asked if I suspected cheating. I didn't. And that's the point. I didn't need proof of betrayal. I saw proof of disregard. Months later, I ran into her by chance. She looked different. Hardened. We exchanged polite words. Before leaving, she said, "I still think you were ridiculous." I smiled and replied, "And I still think I made the right choice. Here's my personal opinion, and I'll say it clearly. A joke is never just a joke if it reveals how safe someone feels disrespecting you. Love isn't about never making mistakes. It's about caring when you hurt the person you claim to love." Ending my marriage wasn't impulsive. It was overdue. If you're with someone who laughs at your boundaries, listen carefully. Sometimes the joke isn't the problem. The problem is what it exposes. And I'd rather be alone with self-respect than married to someone who treats trust like a punchline.
Thank you for watching the story until the end. If this story made you think or feel something, support the channel by liking the video and subscribing. Share the video with your family, with your friend. More stories are coming. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.